Good afternoon, Mr. Peltola. Can you hear me adequately?
Yes, I can, Honor. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Feeling a little rough, sore from being in a holding cell 3 days, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right, let me call your matter so we're on the record, please. People of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peltola, 247819 SM. Mr. Peltola appears from the Dickinson County Jail. Counsel at first appearance is Abby Anderson, who appears via video Zoom. And the prosecution is not here today of their own choosing. Mr. Pelto, before we went on the record, indicated he could hear me adequately and he was all right, other than being sore from being in the holding cell for 3 days. In respect to the matter, then, Mr. Peltola, I do have an advice of rights here with your signature. I do see it looks like the copyright insignia. I know that we have discussed the issue of the sovereign citizen in the past. Mr. Peltola, can you tell me what your position is today, please? After telling me what your full legal name is, if you would.
Okay, I'm an appellation known as all capital letters Drew James Peltola, with a common law copyright as a sui juris human, as a non-citizen, a not American national. That's defined in the United States Code. I'd like to have my lawyer finish talking. She told me not to talk unless
Before we dive into today's courtroom footage, let me set the stage, because this video perfectly captures why sovereign citizen arguments almost always fall apart when they collide with real law. We're watching two different defendants step into Judge Laus's courtroom. And with sovereign citizens before, she understands their tactics. And she knows exactly how to shut down nonsense without letting it spiral into a second defendant goes full sovereign citizen mode too, talking about all capital, letter names, copyrights, and claiming he's not an American national. But here's the twist. Unlike most of them, he actually listens to his lawyer. And that single decision completely changes how the hearing plays out. Stick around, because this video shows the sharp contrast between fantasy law and real courtroom consequences. And there's even a bizarre moment where one defendant randomly talks about not harming women that raises some...
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed these matters with Mr. Peltola. First, he agrees to be referred to as Mr. Peltola for purposes of these hearings. We have gone over both the advice of rights for misdemeanor and bond violation. He indicated he understood and signed both. As to the allegations, we went over the maximum penalties. We would waive the formal reading. He is tendering not guilty pleas and requested an attorney. Ms. Mashik-Lasala has assigned Nancy Schaub to represent him.
All right, very well. As indicated by Ms. Anderson, Mr. Peltola has agreed for purposes of his criminal prosecution to be referred to as Drew James Peltola. His position in respect to how he should be recognized legally has been stated for the record and is preserved for the record, as well as stated on the advice of rights form concerning both the general misdemeanor advice of rights. Although the bond violation advice of rights doesn't so indicate, the court will recognize his position for purposes of both advice of rights. Concerning the matter then, is this a good mailing address for you, Mr. Peltola, on River Street in Niagara?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to move back into Michigan, so I've been working, and that's the address that I use because that's my domicile. I always return to every day or once a week or whatever. Because the Michigan residents, I'm not even sure. I would not like to talk about that in court, but I'm trying to move back into Michigan. I'm just having a heck of a time doing it.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do then, Mr. Peltola. Over there. Let's see if I have one in my file first. Ms. Anderson, I don't see a waiver of extradition. It sounds like he's going to need to go back and forth to Wisconsin, and we'll address that momentarily. In respect to the matter, though, Mr. Peltola, there is a waiver of extradition form over there at the jail. I'm going to have you sign that if you need to go into Wisconsin as part of this. In regard to the matter, then, what?
How do you want me to sign this? If you want my copyright, do you want me sui juris, just so you understand?
He pulls code, which governs business transactions, things like contracts, sales of goods, and financial agreements. It has absolutely nothing to do with And legally, it means nothing in this context. That what's great about Judge Laus here is that she doesn't waste time debating. She immediately clarifies that this is criminal court, not civil, not commercial, and therefore the UCC is irrelevant. This is why sovereign citizen tactics usually fail within seconds. They're based on misapplied law that simply doesn't belong in criminal proceedings.
Do you want my copyright on this? Do you want me as a human or me as a sui juris non-citizen national?
I just want your signature and the date, and whatever you want to put in addition to that is fine with me.
All right, thank you. Can I have a pen?
Your Honor, while Mr. Peltola is signing that, we did discuss the waiver of extradition. He just wanted that answer clarified prior to signing, but he is aware of what the waiver of extradition is.
Very good, thank you. All right, I'll enter not guilty pleas on behalf of Mr. Peltola. Ms. Anderson indicates that he's qualified, and he is being assigned by MIDC. Ms. Schaub, we're going to set bond violation hearing. We might as well do the pretrial at the same time, and a jury trial as follows.
You want the jury trial within 20?
Yes, just to be safe.
Okay. Pretrial conference and bond violation hearing on February 21st at 1:45 p.m. Jury trial March 8th at 9 a.m.
All right, you'll get these dates in writing, Mr. Peltola. In respect to the waiver of extradition, then I want to go over it with you briefly as well.
All right, cool.
In
I can
respect-
wait. You want me to stop filling this out?
Really, all you need to do, yeah, go ahead. You finish, and then I'll go, and then I'll talk. You let me know when you're ready.
I'll just sign it real quick on the bottom of it.
By comparing his argument to a deflated seat cushion, Judge Laus makes two things clear at once. First, his legal theory holds no weight whatsoever. Second, she's in complete control of the courtroom. Experienced judges often use humor like this to shut down nonsense without allowing it to turn into a prolonged argument. Sovereign citizens usually try to drag proceedings into endless debates about jurisdiction and word definitions. But Judge Laus cuts right through it. She acknowledges the claim, explains why it doesn't apply, and moves on. And just like that, the first defendant's entire strategy collapses in under 10 seconds.
Court, but I believe this is right. I signed it for you correctly. So.
All right, perfect. All right, if you give that to the jailer, Mr. Peltola, I want to go over with you what it means to sign that waiver. I know we've done this before, but I'll just refresh your memory. And let me start by saying, so long as you come back to court voluntarily for all your court appearances, this does not become relevant. But if you don't come back to court, let's say, for example, you stayed in Niagara or somewhere else like that, normally you're entitled to what's called an extradition hearing before you are returned to Michigan to fight the charges that you didn't come back to court for.
Yes.
Under an extradition hearing umbrella, you have the right to an open court hearing. You have the right to have a lawyer at that hearing. And if you're indigent or without funds, one is assigned for you. The purpose of an extradition hearing allows you to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. For example, you could demand issuance and service of a Michigan governor's warrant for your arrest. You have the right to obtain a writ of habeas corpus. Like I said, all to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. When you sign a waiver, what?
I said I won't resist, man.
I'm just explaining to you what that document is that you're signing, okay, for the record, that's all. I'm not suggesting, implying, or anything else. I'm just explaining, all right?
Thank you.
All right, so when you sign that waiver, then what that means is, and like I said to start with, so long as you come back to court, everything is hunky-dory or everything is all right. But if you don't come back, when you sign that waiver, you have given up your right to that type of a hearing that I just explained.
The second defendant walks in with the same sovereign citizen mindset, but this time there's a lawyer involved. And that alone changes everything. That you'll notice he starts off reciting all the usual phrases. The all-caps name theory, the common law copyright claim, and calling himself a non-citizen national. But instead of spiraling into non-stop arguments, he acted cases. Most sovereign citizens ignore their lawyers completely, believing they know more than trained legal professionals. That is man still. Believes the theories, but he also understands that his freedom depends on real legal procedure. And that tension between belief and reality makes this hearing fascinating to watch.
Setting bond, I need that form back because I'm going to do the following in respect to your bond. And this can cover both the bond violation and the underlying charge of disorderly. All right, first off, you must sign a waiver of extradition as a condition of your bond. So long as you do, you can go back and forth between Michigan and Wisconsin for residency, court appearances, family visitation. If it expands beyond that, talk to your lawyer first, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you are not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or non-prescribed controlled substances. You must submit to random PBTs and drug screens as a condition of your release. Don't go into
Yes.
businesses that sell alcohol for use inside, such as bars and taverns. Do not engage in any assaultive, threatening, harassing, or intimidating behavior towards any person while you are on bond. All right, so you are in one of those unique positions, Mr. Peltola, where you have come before the court for your arraignment. Already behind you, or what you're being arraigned on, is both the underlying charge and a bond violation. So usually people will have an underlying charge, and then whatever, week 2, 3 later, they come back with the bond violation. And when people are arraigned, I always give them a talk and tell them that if you come back with a bond violation, you're going to make it really hard for me to say, gee, I should let you back out into the community again. You, however, have not had that talk. You are having it today, and you are having it on both the underlying charge.
This idea about the all-capital letter name is one of the core sovereign citizen beliefs. They claim the government secretly created a corporate entity using their name in all caps, and that the real living man is separate from that entity to S. Oh, when they reject the capitalized name, they believe the court loses authority over them .t legally. This has been rejected countless times. There is no separate corporate person. There is no hidden contract. Your name being capitalized on documents is just a formatting convention, not a legal trick. What's interesting here, though, is that after giving this speech, he actually follows his lawyer's lead. Instead of continuing to argue, he allows the attorney to speak for him, which is exactly what helps move the case forward.
You the benefit of the doubt. But if you come back in here with another violation, I'm going to say, gee, Mr. Peltola, I had the talk with you, and you went out and did the same thing I told you not to do. So I'm telling you, don't violate your bond and make me have a reason to keep you in custody pending resolution of your case. I'll set your bond right now at 1,000 PR. That's on both the bond violation and the underlying charge. They're going to let you back out, Mr. Peltola. Don't go back out and start drinking and do this again, because like I said, you'll leave me no choice. All right?
Oh, Your Honor, honest to God, I'm not even on drugs anymore. I wasn't sick. The only reason.
Hold on.
Nope.
I can see Miss Ann.
Is a perfect example of why attorneys tell clients not to volunteer information. Nobody accused him of harming anyone, that he, judge, was simply asking about signing paperwork. Yet out of nowhere, he blurts out that he wasn't trying to hurt her or any other woman. That's not only irrelevant. It's concerning that in court. Unnecessary statements can easily create suspicion or shift how people perceive you. Even when someone means well, blurting out random defenses can backfire badly at its moments. Like this that show how sovereign citizen style rambling often hurts their case more than it helps. Luckily for him, his attorney quickly steers things back to the actual legal process.
Anderson almost doing cartwheels back there. She does not want you to talk until you have a chance to talk to your lawyer. Is that right, Miss Anderson?
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Peltola, do you understand? She wants you to talk to your lawyer before you tell me anything, all right?
Yes, I understand, Ms. Lacoste, or Judge Lacoste.
Thank you, Mr. Peltola. We will see you soon. Your bond will come over, your writing dates, your lawyers. Make sure you call her when you get out and, have a meeting with her. All right, Mr. Peltola?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else on this file then, Miss Anderson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Peltola.
This is one of the most important educational parts of the hearing. The judge calmly explains what extradition rights normally include: the right to hearings, the right to a lawyer, the ability to challenge arrest legality, and even requiring a governor's warrant. All of those protections exist to ensure someone isn't wrongfully transported between states.